will explain the book Unable to Stop Addiction to Internet Pornography, The Science of Notebook Addiction, recommended for those who want to become smarter, increase brain productivity, and improve their lives. In this book, Gary, an expert in pathology and physiology, explains the negative effects of watching porn such as erotic videos, full of knowledge to improve your life. Video conclusion: watching too much porn can have negative effects such as anxiety, difficulty concentrating, depression, and addiction. The world is full of harmful actions to make money. Examples include gambling, junk food, smartphones, alcohol, tobacco, and pornography. In this video, we will explain 1. The negative effects of pornography, 2. How to deal with it, and 3. How to be aware of the structure of the world and avoid being exploited. Watching too much porn can lead to anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and depression. This is due to the overproduction of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is a brain chemical involved in pleasure and addiction, and when you watch too much porn, dopamine is secreted in excess. This can lead to anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and depression. Quitting pornography can improve communication disorders, increase self-confidence, be able to talk without stress, increase energy, improve mental clarity and concentration, reduce symptoms of depression, enjoy everyday pleasures. Benefits include improving self-control and strengthening the brain's prefrontal cortex. Internet pornography is particularly problematic because it is easily accessible, available 365 days a year, has a huge amount of content, and can be used privately. Traditional pornography has had less of an impact, but when it comes to internet-connected devices, the problem increases. Internet pornography is easy to become addicted to, and gambling, junk food, shopping, gaming, smartphones, alcohol, and tobacco are also examples of addiction. The cause of addiction is excessive secretion of dopamine. Some stimuli are exaggerated versions of what is instinctively appealing, diverse and constantly novel, and which people overconsume. Some stimulation is hard to resist because it works on your instincts. This book provides some very interesting examples of summit stimulation. This is a story about birds and jewel beetles, and this is the research of Nobel Prize winner Nicholas Tinbergen. The top stimulus for birds is a false egg that is larger than the real thing, and has a distinct pattern. This is because the size and clarity of the pattern are characteristics of eggs that are more likely to produce healthy children. The scary part is that the birds will warm up these fake eggs, more than real eggs. Similarly, the uneven brown bottom of a beer bottle provides a top stimulus for jewel beetles. The male jewel beetle ignores the real female, and attempts to mate with the beer bottle. This shows that the real world is full of peak stimuli for us humans. Examples include junk food, sugary juices, games, smartphones, and internet pornography. These stimulate instincts and cause addiction. Internet pornography is particularly problematic because it is easily accessible, available 365 days a year, has a huge amount of content, and can be used privately. These points are what make internet porn the pinnacle of stimulation. Next, we'll delve deeper into addiction. Addiction is a craving for something that is out of control, and has a negative impact on your life. So what is it that makes us addicted? The most common addictions are junk food and pornography. Next is alcohol, cigarettes, games, and smartphones. These directly engage instincts, which is why many people become addicted to them. Approximately 70% of adults in the United States are overweight, and approximately 38% are obese. The number of people addicted to pornography is unknown, but it is believed to be a significant number. When addicted, a person's brain changes in 4 stages. 1. Additional issues, 2. Tolerance, 3. Prefrontal cortex dysfunction, and 4. Stress system malfunction. The extra addition is a supersensory memory of pleasure. The overproduction of dopamine from internet porn causes cravings. Tolerance is the need for more stimulation to get the same stimulation. Prefrontal cortex dysfunction is a decline in brain function, due to increased volume and tolerance. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for higher order functions and controls, motivation, concentration, memory, logical thinking, objective thinking, behavioral and emotional control, and communication. When this part declines, it affects social and economic status. Finally, the stress system malfunctions. This includes withdrawal symptoms such as anxiety, depression, fatigue, insomnia, irritability, pain, and mood swings. For these reasons, it is necessary to take measures at an early stage. Watching too much porn can cause anxiety, difficulty concentrating, and depression, but internet porn in particular, is a stimulant that has negative effects on dependence and addiction. Strategies include eliminating all pornography, changing your environment, procrastinating, reducing stress, and finding purpose in life. Giving up porn is called a selfish detox, and it means rediscovering yourself in a porn-free life. The period of abstinence from porn varies from person to person, but for men, it is recommended to stop all porn and limit the number of orgasms to once a week. It's important to try these methods and find what feels best. Next, let's look at tips for quitting porn. First of all, it is important to eliminate all pornography, and prepare the environment. Redecorating your room is actually effective. This creates an image that resets the conditioned body. Next, it is also important to procrastinate. For example, when you have the urge to watch internet porn, you can set a rule, such as doing 10 push-ups, and the urge will diminish and disappear. This is a solution that also applies to junk food, alcohol, and cigarettes. Procrastinating by trying something else can help. Next, the fourth tip for quitting porn is to avoid stress. When stress builds up, impulsive behavior increases, so it's important to find a stress relief method that works for you and do it regularly. Exercise, being exposed to nature, socializing with others, meditating, and having a hobby are all effective. Particularly moderate exercise can change your mood. Even light exercise or walking can be effective. We recommend making it a habit to exercise several times a week. Exposure to nature can be a great way to relieve stress, and help you regain control. Socializing with others is also effective in relieving stress and drive. Gary considers connections with others to be his health insurance. Interactions with friends, family, loved ones, and pets have a positive impact on your health. When it comes to meditation, there are many benefits to it. Meditation has many benefits, including refreshing your brain, improving your memory and concentration, and stabilizing your mental health. This video explains it in detail, so please review it. Meditation is a way to increase self-control. Having a hobby is also effective in overcoming addiction. In your free time, you tend to go to the things you depend on, so having a hobby can be an advantage. It's a good idea to start with something that interests you, such as exercising, yoga, drawing, cooking, watching movies, or reading. Next, the final tip for quitting porn: find your purpose in life. This is the fundamental solution to addiction and dependence, and defining your values will help you live a fulfilling life. Please refer to Mentalist Daigo's Super Objective Power video, which explains how to determine your values. Here are 5 tips to prevent addiction. Let's notice the structure of the world. To avoid being exploited now, let's understand that the eroticism that is overflowing in the world is for the purpose of making money. The same goes for gambling, junk food, shopping, alcohol, tobacco, and internet pornography. What they all have in common is that something exciting, but harmful in the long term spreads into society. People get addicted to it, and decades of scientifically backed research has been established to provide the knowledge to break free from addiction. But this whole cycle is harmful and people have been repeating it. Drugs, tobacco, alcohol, etc., are regulated, but junk food and internet pornography are still less regulated. It will take decades for regulations to be implemented. The reason why it takes so long is because there are big ethical issues. It takes time to establish scientific support, because it is difficult to randomly group people and examine long-term effects, as in tobacco research. However, there are many reports of improvement after quitting porn addiction, and the value of quitting porn is high. It doesn't matter whether there are regulations or not. What matters is how individuals use the knowledge they have acquired. This is a summary of the contents. 1. Negative effects of porn: anxiety, poor concentration, and depression due to excessive secretion of dopamine. 2. Specific countermeasures: eliminating pornography, changing the environment, procrastinating, reducing stress, finding purpose in life. 3. Be aware of the structure of the world and avoid being exploited. Finally, let me quote the author's words: quitting porn is similar to eliminating white sugar and trans fats from your diet. If you think your porn use is causing you harm, experiment. It's important to try it and find out for yourself. I haven't been able to introduce the book Internet Porn Addiction: The Science of Unstoppable Notebook Addiction yet, but I highly recommend it, so please give it a read.